Guys, the sun is coming out. Our serotonin levels are way up there this morning. We're absolutely buzzed to be actually going out and enjoying nature. We have a very nutritious breakfast of Cavanagh's instant oats from Aldi. Let's get going. We're on Connemara campsite, and for those wondering what the view was like when it was misty and rainy yesterday, we're literally right on a stunning beach.
When I look at the sun going down to other skies, all I want is to be there, with a new state of mind, a place I never heard of. I will walk like a nomad. I've been stuck inside my house too long. Can't stand being all alone.
So we're taking the blue route at the minute. I think we're going up there.
Yeah.
And that's where the blue route comes back down over there. So it should take us sort of like midway up, and then there's an option then to take the red path across the top.
All of my dreams are now stuck away. At the end of the world.
So, making progress. We're currently there. The car park's back there, so we've walked all the way along here. We're about to go up and join the red route, go up and round the top of the hill, which is where that starts to go up.
It's only 0.7 of a K more, or is that additional?
No, that's that loop.
Oh, another loop the same.
And then I guess that's another loop the same. Or maybe it... No, yeah, it must be an additional loop on it. Round, so in total will be nearly 7 Ks by the time we're done, I'd imagine.
Well, if you get to here, we can just go back.
No, we've got this far. It's just coming down might be a bit painful, but... Right, up we go.
I'm waving.
Onwards and upwards. Oh, very pretty views though. Out over all the bends. I think we've just reached the top of the Blue Trail. I will say this is very accessible. You've got boardwalks for anywhere that's really peaty or wet, and then sort of like these fairly decently done steps all the way up. You can see the trail starts to go up there, up to the top, which is what we're going to be heading up next. Jess, make note of this. You've been needing to get that, and I'm about there. Right, we've now reached
Mist, rain, snow.
the fork there, and we're about to go up this way.
This way only.
Yeah, it only goes one way, which concerned me. I guess they must have steps coming down this side, and this side must be a slope, would be my guess. But amazing views though, all the way
It's beautiful.
up the top. We're not even at the top yet either. We should be able to look over all 12 bends all around us, and look down over
Reminds me of the Isle of Skye.
Isle of Skye, and sort of with all the islandy stuff, Norway.
Yeah.
It's quite like that when you start getting out onto what's it called? Lofferton. You get a lot of this islandy land that's just connected by roads or bridges.
Beautiful.
Very pretty. And we've got sun, which is so nice.
Might have to even crack out the sun cream today.
Yeah, we have got some competition though. There's some coming up there.
So, from the junction that we took on the red path, we're about, what would you say, Alex? I'd say a third maybe.
We're a third.
Of the way up. We've just hit
Steps.
steps that are leg pillars.
All the way to the top, I think now. So I'm going to put you away.
But look at the view.
The view is very pretty.
There's like complete panorama of islands or mountains and.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to put you away now, and it's just going to be steps all the
You'll
way
see us lying down at
to the top. Ooh, it's uneven. Yeah, right. Slowly, slowly. Okay, so we're now at the top of Diamond Hill. I'm suing Ireland for calling it a hill. It is not a hill, it's a mountain. And I'd say the first half was very accessible. Second half, clamber for some of it.
A bit scrambly.
A bit scrambly. For someone fit, probably not that much of a big deal. But yeah, it's...
I think worth it at the top though.
Yeah, the views are 360. So I think what we're probably going to do is head back down because we're getting eaten alive by midges.
I forgot the midge spray.
So
there's a few different cafes at the bottom, so I think head down, reward ourselves with some lunch.
yeah, it's 11:04. I think we've done less than 2 miles. No, we've done 2.2 miles.
If you say it was like 6.7k.
It sounds really far.
Sounds really that much further, doesn't it? Than
Yeah.
2 miles.
But no, so we're going to head back down and we'll meet you guys at the bottom.
This is the path we are currently taking back down, which has been very steep, but it's levelling off finally. And you've got amazing views down the valley. How you doing, Petal?
Good. I'm ready to be back to the van.
I think we've done the worst of it down now.
I don't think we have, looking at that.
Well, we've done the steep bit, the steepest bit.
Looking in front of you?
Yeah, but what we've done was twice as steep as that already.
It's just some of the rocks are loose as well, so you stand on them and then they rock, which is great fun for you. You're a bad ankle already. Arguably, we probably shouldn't have done this, but neither of us researched this walk enough to know that the top was a scramble. So, but worth it. The views are stunning.
Were amazing.
So,
and it still is. You can hear some kind of waterfall down in the valley down there.
well, all that's coming downhill there. So that's what you can hear. It's just bashing rocks.
It looks stunning.
So, right,
Let's
back
go.
to the van. I am knackered. That was a big old walk for someone as unfit as I am. I'll be honest, that was hard. Looking at the stats on that, so we were not even 5 miles, but 1,276 foot of elevation, 2 hours 35 minutes, 15,500 steps. So yeah, it wasn't the easiest thing. That's the elevation graph, if it'll show. Just up for 2 miles. And it was all then steps on the way back down as well. So yeah, my feet are killing me, but we've done it. That was one hell of a walk to go and do. Jess is currently at a country shop just up the road from the mountain. They call it a hill here. I disagree. We are currently heading to Glacelon Beach, 17 minutes away. So yeah, I think Jess is wanting to go for a swim. I think I'm going to struggle to move out of this seat for the rest of the day, but she's hopeful, bless her. So yeah, we're gonna head to Glassline Beach, see what we can find. Hopefully not too busy, but I don't know about that. Just looking at it, the car park doesn't look that large, so that might be interesting.
If anybody is in Connemara National Park, if you go to Letterfrack Country Shop, they do excellent food, lunch, deli counter, bakery, and lovely people.
I'll take your word for it, I sat in the van dying.
Alex is sampling the Cajun chicken panini.
The real treat though is what's currently next to me. The beef.
The steak and cheese. We are starving, so I've eaten half of the toasties, one of each already.
Yeah, I'm not having
and
two
then I'm
full
going to have
toasties.
half the salad, some Lucasade. We're at, is it Letterfrack Beach? Lettergesh Beach. There's nobody here.
It's pristine.
But people have parked here last night as well, so you can overnight here.
Well, we've had a little afternoon at Lettergesh Beach. The tide is now well and truly in. It does appear that you can stay down here. There's loads of space and there's one other van. It's absolutely dead. There's no one here. There is also some sort of pink wagon as well, which does something.
It does coffees and cake, I think, at the weekend.
Yeah, it's a Saturday and Sunday that runs. So
it's a Tuesday.
Not open today because today's a Tuesday. We are now going to head up through the mountains a little bit because the weather tomorrow in the evening is showing a lot of rain. So we're going to try and get a bit closer to where we want to go for a bike ride in the morning, and then we can sort of chill into the evening. Probably find somewhere to hunker down a little bit because the wind's getting up a touch as well.
Seagulls flying overhead, and owls down in the sand. Little crabs walking over our legs, and we were together just like lovers should have been. Like the changing tides, you have changed your mind. And
over there is Diamond Hill, the one that we walked up this morning.
That's what we went up. So when I say I am absolutely fucking broken, that is why. Because on camera, all the footage I've looked back at earlier doesn't even remotely look hilly. But that's
where we were.
Straight ahead is what we flew up. Walked. I was going to say drove up.
Alex now has personal vigilance against it.
I enjoyed it, but I just didn't maybe research the route properly.
I did, I just didn't tell you.
You're a dick.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know what the route was like.
The scramble.
I knew that lots of people did it.
I think lots of people do the lower walks. I don't know how many, judging by the people that were going up there and how they were dressed, I think a lot of people do the lower.
Yeah.
And I don't think many people actually summit it.
Well, we did.
No, I mean, there's tour bus parking, there's everything. So you've got people that come, probably stop for an hour, have lunch at the restaurant that's there, and then go again.
More than just friends. But that was that summer. That was that summer. That was that summer. That was that summer. Like the changing tides, you have changed your mind. Now you are no longer mine. With tears in my eyes.
So we're currently on the Sheaf-free Pass. This car is the first one we've seen in nearly 20 kilometres. It's single track road. And we just stopped. There's some sort of unmarked viewpoint. But if you look down there, you can see the lake. And there's a little track that goes off just here. So I think we'll go and have a look. We are just looking for a park up for the night at this point because it's 6:15, 6:30.
Our latest hunt for a park up yet on the whole.
It is our latest hunt. But it's been a good day. Done lots of driving and lots of doing things. And Jess has got me out walking again. This is what I wanted
Wow.
from Ireland. Look at this. There's just nothing everywhere.
It is absolutely beautiful.
It's just mountains and trees, baby. Look at that.
And a road.
County Galway.
And now we're in Mayo.
Now we're in Mayo, actually, yeah. The two. I'd skip the rest. Come up top. Or come mid. In my opinion. But I love Scotland. If you love Scotland, and the Scotland thing is kind of what you're envisaging, Mayo and Galway. Wow. This is the most I've liked this so far on this trip. It's just great. And there's no one here. This upper part, there is just, I keep saying upper. It's very up compared to where we came in. But
We're in mid.
mid, there's no one here. It's great. And then when you find these little passes and stuff like that, there really is no one here. It's exactly what we come for.
What's on the menu tonight?
We have red pesto, gnocchi with onions and mushrooms.
This is lovely.
I think we're about done. We're trying different places to cook. And I think one of the things we've come up with, because I've put the PowerPoint here, one of those like latch up tables.
Yeah, it would be nice off the end of this.
Yeah, we put the bungee there.
That.
But I think if we had a bar each side and then had it lift up, it'd be a real nice height to cook at outside. And as far as park up, we've come back to where we showed you. We walked over there to that viewpoint where we showed you. So I think what we're going to do, there's the bench just there. Because it's quite rife for ticks in Ireland, there's signs for it everywhere. I think instead of going and sitting on the grass,
Yeah.
we'll go and sit on that bench that's been nicely provided.
A bench provided.
Yeah, lovely bench provided.
I will point out, like other people might think this, that if you hadn't lifted the van, that probably would be the right height to cook at.
I'm on my knees. What do you think I am, a Smurf?
You're on your knees.
Yeah, I'm what's knelt on the curb.
I could have given you a cushion.
Well, but it's yeah. Arguably, we need to lift the van more to bring it up. But a nice table like here
Yeah, that'd be good.
would be, because it'd be
Perfect height.
here, then you've got a hob on it that's 2 inches tall, and then a pan, you would be stood about there.
Anyway, enough yak.
Dinner!
I'm starving.
Yeah, let's get
Feed
dinner.
me. Hot, hot, hot.
I've been walking around, waiting for you to shine. People passing me by. Doesn't feel like I belong. Trying to keep it alive on this hunger inside for a better confirmation. Yeah, I'm heading for the station. I can feel love is real. Now you try. If you're willing to just come along with me.
Right, we are now all clean. We went to the Westport Leisure Park. So I think it was €9.
Westport.
Westport Leisure Park.
Yeah, it was €9 to use all the facilities for the whole day.
Yeah. So now we're going to go find some lunch. I found a little spot where hopefully we can go. Parking looks a little bit awkward, but
It's a really nice town. It looks really
yeah, West Point is actually quite. Westport. I don't know why I keep saying West Point. It's a really nice town actually. Lots going on in the centre of it.
very pretty.
Very pretty.
And then we're going to head to Downpatrick Head and up to Sligo.
Yeah, I think the aim of the game is to get to Sligo. Like I say, we've got today and tomorrow, and then we need to head south. So we're going to try and push some distance in just to try and get to where we want to go. We were supposed to go cycling this morning, but in all honesty, neither of us can move that well. I'd planned originally to do some of the Neffin Way. I think it's like a 70k bike ride, one way. So we were going to do, I don't know, maybe 25, to make it a 50 there and back. But to be honest, we're both just absolutely cooked, and the wind's got up today as well, which will make it more and more fun. We stopped at the Creole Deli, which is just over there with the orange canopy there.
Where we had excellent service.
We did.
So
I went inside the van because there were some shifty looking characters. That is
my prawn sub.
prawn sub with a salad. That's very nice, very nice.
Then we've got, I have a feeling this is the halloumi fries.
Halloumi fries, very nice. And then, we're putting a great deal of faith in this cup holder.
My sweet potato fries.
This is looking very fat now.
And Alex's steak sub.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to smash
So
this.
this is all our calories gone for the day. We'll be eating
Dust.
some fruit for dinner.
Right, I'm going to dig into my lunch.
We're now leaving the Westport area and heading to Downpatrick Head. Yeah.
Apparently, you did directions. I'm just along for the ride.
Sounds about right.
So we've just arrived at Downpatrick. Now this is essentially a sea stack, quite like Duncaspy stacks in Scotland, except singular. This was originally part of the mainland, but it broke off during a storm in 1393. I'm testing my memory now from about 30 feet in that direction.
How did you remember that?
Because I sat there and said it to myself over and over and over and over again. Now, interestingly, these cliffs, they put messages on during the Second World War. I'll see if I can find a picture online to show that Ireland was neutral, which stopped bombings on this side of the coast. And I imagine Ireland did it all over the coast because they do love a good sign. I've noticed that. I mean, there's 6 signs just in the car park for a rock sticking out in the sea.
Yeah, it said, beware, enter at your own risk, blow holes, eroding cliffs. Children must be supervised, which is why I'm here with Alex.
Not safe to be out on my own, apparently. So yeah, we've got a bit of a well, it's not really, small walk up, and then hopefully get the picture that I've been trying to get for a little while since seeing it.
And hopefully we don't need the drone because it is windy, blowing out to sea.
I was going to say, we would show you on the drone, but the wind's got up today and it's pushing straight out to sea. So I am not risking losing the drone. I've nearly lost it once already this trip. We'll see you guys when we get to the top. What I mean when I say island love signs: 1, 2, 3, 4. Post over there with another 3 on.
An audio guide on your mobile.
You can't get an audio guide. So while there is an audio book, it's €2. So
Too tight, sorry guys.
we're not doing that. We're halfway now. Where those people are is the top. Hopefully.
More signs, look.
Yeah, more signs. Hopefully we should get the view that we're after. There it is, folks. That is your stack. I think I've got the photo that I want. I think. There's also a World War II lookout up here. Perfect if you love seabirds as well. Yeah, be careful on the cliffs up here because they feel very like peaty and soft.
It's like being in Teletubby land.
It is a bit like being in Teletubby land.
Boing boing.
And it's all very spongy. Look on the way back down, but that there is a blowhole. But we're just going to walk up to the edge of the cliffs now and have a look a bit further round. See what else there is to see. We got P-I-R-E in the cliffs in the stone, and then a 6 and a 4. You can just see it in the ground here, and that was to signify Ireland's peaceful part, or lazy part, depends which way you look at it, in World War II. But it's so nice having mountains off in the background.
So you probably won't get the end of the letters.
No, I don't think you really see much, but they might clean them off every period.
No, I mean when the cliff goes.
Oh yeah, when the cliff erodes, there won't be much more of the letters left. But I don't know where this sign's pointing us other than towards the edge of the cliff. So this is actually the blowhole that we're at now. It's basically just a massive hole down through the cliff that then goes straight out to the sea, and you can see the waves coming up in it. I'd imagine when it's a rough sea, it will actually blow up. But Jess is currently up there looking down into it. It always intrigues me stuff like this though, because some poor work crew has had to pile drive those poles into that right next to a massive hole in the cliff. That wouldn't be my idea of a fun day's work. To give you an idea of parking, Porker is down there. So the walk up's not too bad at all, slight incline, but nice smooth gravel track all the way up to where you go through the second gate, and then it turns into more like marshy grass, dry underfoot like I'm just in trainers, but yeah, a bit marshy, and the parking's free, so ideal. I don't think you can park up for the night, I don't think, although there is a second car park over there, and we're parked there, so you might be able to stay overnight, but I don't know if you can or can't. So I found another gravel track that didn't have a gate on it, so here I am. May as well go and explore. Oh, she's a leaner!
My line.
It's in treat.
Don't get me stuck.
I'm guessing it just goes to a field, is my assumption. Nice spot though, a little bridge. Oh, go on, Porker! Up the loose stone, come on, gal! Oh, she's a little beast. The fun thing is with stuff like this, there's been nowhere to turn around, so your only option at this point is reverse out.
I've already checked there's somewhere to turn around.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, where this gate is. If I open it.
You're assuming it's not locked. I can turn around there without opening the gate.
There's a house there looking at you. Oh look, there's another gate.
Aww. Why is there nowhere fun to go and play? Easy peasy. Well, the footage you just saw was on Glenrith Horseshoe, which is essentially a horseshoe that runs round. And obviously we went for the little green laning adventure down what was a dead end. But basically we just couldn't find anywhere to park. There was one park up, and there's a few park ups. One was very near the road, and the other I don't think would have got levelling.
So we've now driven like less than a mile down the road, and we're in Gortarowie Forest Car Park, brackets, Coilty.
Oh, that was worth moving just for that pronunciation.
Which is like a gravel car park
yeah.
that you'd fit, what, like
It was a gravel car park, it was
in.
on park for night, and yeah, you'd probably get, well, if you pushed it, probably 20 cars in.
We've still got a stunning view of the mountains.
Yeah, the mountains
just
straight
from a
behind us.
different
I'll put a picture in here. So, it's also a very pretty park up.
To recap the day, we've covered how many miles? We've driven, I feel like we've driven a long way today.
I think we've done probably about 130 miles today.
We've driven solidly, well,
We've done about 6 hours of driving.
we hit the road just after 10, and then we drove for half an hour, and then it probably took us an hour to work out how we were going to shower in Westport. Did that, grabbed some lunch, and then we've driven ever since.
So today we've gone from County Mayo into County Sligo. We stopped off in the national park,
Neffin,
National Park, and then we stopped at
Downpatrick Head.
where you saw the stack in the sea, and then we pushed up through, and are now, obviously you saw the horseshoe pass that we were on, horseshoe pass, the horseshoe drive, north of Sligo. Oh, and the waterfall. We did the waterfall as well.
Yeah, it's been really beautiful, definitely worth exploring.
Yeah.
If you do come to Ireland, 100%. It's been a long old day with lots of driving. We've covered lots of ground, but trying to make the most of the weather, because we can see that tomorrow is going to be...
Tomorrow's going to be questionable.
Rubbish. We tried to cram everything into one day, but definitely if we had more time, definitely worth exploring everywhere we've been.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
It really depends what you're after with Ireland. For me, the coastal stuff wouldn't fuss me in the same way as coming up to sort of Galway, Mayo, Sligo. I think if I was to come back to Ireland and I wanted to go and see something, I think I'd definitely come back to where we are now, just for the mountains.
Yeah, this has definitely been the highlight for us the past couple of days, hasn't it?
Definitely. There's so many less people, and I know obviously we've whinged about tourists in this, and I know we are tourists and everything else, and you're probably wondering why the hell are you two travelling now, and the answer is just because with work and everything else, it's the time we had. So we took it over doing nothing. Yeah. But it's the first time in probably 4 years we've travelled in the summer, other than doing little trips.
Yeah.
The last time we did Europe, we did a big loop around Europe, funnily enough, in a van this size. And obviously that sort of spreads out a lot more. Ireland's a very concentrated place, and because everyone's doing the Wild Atlantic Way, it is rammed at this time of year. So yeah, I mean, as well, my big advice for Ireland, if you're doing it, don't stick religiously to the Wild Atlantic Way. There is so much to see just off it. Not like massively into the centre of Ireland, we're talking like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I haven't done a lot of planning for this trip in general. It's just
we've done none.
Going onto Google Maps, and if you zoom in, there's so many points of interest that are already on the map that pop up.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's really easy.
The other thing as well is we've mentioned signposts. They love a good signpost to the Irish.
Yeah.
Not
it's all signposted.
Through fault and not fault of their own. That means that everything is tapped. So as far as finding something that is dead and there's nobody there, you have to sort of push off piste a little bit. But just drive along, and if a sign tickles your pickle, stop. There's castles, there's ruins, there's abbeys, there's beaches, there's
literally everything you
distilleries.
could ever want.
Everything is signposted. So if you're driving along, just look. I mean, literally every junction I think in Ireland has a little brown signpost, which is an attraction.
Yeah.
So if you see something, just stop. But don't skip out the national parks, because they're stunning.
They are beautiful.
But not technically on the Wild Atlantic Way, because obviously that pushes to the coast. So this is what goes back to, make sure you do veer off, because I think you'll have a better road trip for it. That would be my advice.
We'll just appreciate what Alex does when I make the bed.
Hello! We really should do this with one person outside.
There we go. Right.
Get your legs straight.
I can't get in that corner.
That's fine. There you go.
Right.
I'm hot now.
It is very easy, I promise. It was just quite
It'd be
humorous.
easy if we weren't doing it like absolute idiots.
Morning.
Morning. Just doing the morning AeroPress duties, because we're AeroPress people now. Just cleaning it out.
I must say it does make a lovely coffee.
It does make a fantastic coffee. Probably has more to do with the actual coffee rather than anything else.
We've also got some little porridge pots from Aldi that Alex has put some lovely blueberries in, and some coconut
Peanut butter!
coconut peanut butter. Do you want to show them what the weather's like outside?
Shit. No, it's not too bad. It's coming and going, which is, it's one of those, you don't mind having a bit of coming and going. It's when it's just constant rain.
Yeah.
But at the minute it's not raining, but we've had some proper, like, you're gonna get soaked downpours this morning.
Yeah.
So, but no,
It's in and out.
it'll be in and out. It'll be a changeable day probably. So we'll just do what we can and make most of it. We've just arrived at Dunluce Castle. We're going to have a quick look around. I'm not going to vlog this in person because it's busy and I don't really want to hold a camera up to my face like a mong. So we'll show you around in a nice little edit. Welcome to Dunluce Castle, one of the most iconic historic sites in Northern Ireland. Sitting right on the edge of a dramatic Antrim coastline, this medieval ruin has an incredible story to tell. Dunluce Castle was originally built in the 13th century by the Earl of Ulster, but most of what you see today dates back to the 16th and 17th centuries when it was controlled by the powerful MacDonald clan. The castle was strategically placed on a rocky outcrop for defence. Back in its day it was a stronghold protected on all sides by steep cliffs and the wild Atlantic Ocean. The only way in was by a narrow bridge that still exists today, though it's now much safer. Inside you can make out the remains of the Great Hall, kitchens and various living quarters. It gives you a good idea of what life must have been like for the families who lived here and ruled from within these walls. There is a well-known story about part of the castle collapsing into the sea during a storm in the 1600s. Apparently the kitchen fell off the cliff while staff were inside. Whether it's fact or legend, it remains a harsh reminder of how this coastline can be. There used to be a small village just outside the castle walls known as Dunluce Town. It was abandoned after a fire in the 1640s and now lies buried beneath the fields. Archaeological digs have uncovered streets, houses and even remnants of a tavern. Today Dunluce Castle is managed by the Northern Ireland Environmental Agency. It's part of the Causeway coastal route, just a short drive from the Giant's Causeway, making it the perfect stop for anyone exploring the area. If you're planning a visit, allow at least 30 to 45 minutes to explore. There's a visitor centre nearby with more historical info and it's worth bringing the camera. The views are stunning, no matter the weather. Well, we've just been on the Bushmills tour, and well,
Whoever owns Bushmills is really happy that we visited.
we may have bought a few things.
One of those is not yours, it's my dad's.
Yeah, that is true.
And one of them is mine.
I'm not normally, I say not normally a fan. I don't usually drink Bushmills. Jess usually gets me,
The latest one we got is Aaron.
Aaron. Oh, now that's nice. But, what did your grandpa have?
Famous grouse. That was our
Famous
that's how
grouse.
we got into it.
Ruby cask. That's my usual go-to. A, because it's cheap in the whiskey world, but B, I just really like it. I find it really smooth. I don't like a harsh single malt, which I know is ironic considering if anybody knows the distillery reserve at Bushmills, it is single malt, but it's very smooth.
I think the issue is, and I'm not slating Talisker, but we started our single malt journey at Talisker.
We started our single malt journey at Talisker, and
they're not the smoothest.
that is a harsh whiskey, is that. But yeah, I apologise that we couldn't take you in, because the immediate point where you start the tour, they tell you to turn your phones off.
They said because it might explode something.
Yeah, they said because you're going into rooms filled with alcohol, but turn your phone off or put it on flight mode. So we had a great time. You'd have the tour. The tour is
an hour.
How much?
It was £15
each.
That was just for the tour without the tasting experience. But I didn't realise at the end it did include a taste of our choice.
So although it doesn't give you a tasting, which is basically they lay out an entire thing, which I don't know how you do, because assuming one of you needs to drive,
you get on a coach afterwards.
Well, I'm guessing you would get, you'd have to get a bus, but there must be a local campsite or something. But yeah, £30, it's about an hour, and you get taken all the way around. You get shown how they make it, how they distill it, how they bottle it, and then they take you through to the end where you get to do a tasting, and you get a choice of a hot toddy, 3 whiskies, a cocktail, or a soft drink. So you get a shot of per person, so with each ticket you get 1 drink. So we got 2 drinks, I had a sip of each, and Jess is 2 whiskies deep.
But to be fair, I think it was really good value, £15 per person. For the tour actually went on for like more than an hour. Yeah, you can ask as many questions as you want. The guy that runs it, or one of the guys that runs it that we had, was so knowledgeable. The whiskies were doubles, I'd say. I think it'd be really cool to do a whiskey tasting here. I think that'd be cool. But it's not something we'd normally do, because we're with a bunch of other people that have been on. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, we did bring the average age of the group down by probably 40 or 50 years. But also you don't really get a taste for it, or pardon the pun. A feel for it. A feel for like the process and like the history of it all. It's a bit like go into it. Tonight is our second to last night in Ireland. We are currently about 5 minutes from the Giant's Causeway, and by tomorrow night we need to be at Rosslare. We haven't been to the Giant's Causeway yet, obviously, but tonight is just going to rain. Tomorrow morning's meant to be okay, so I think what we're probably going to do is hang out in the north of Ireland and then shoot down all day tomorrow. But for tonight we're going to go find a park up, so we'll catch you guys whether we go tonight or tomorrow morning at Giant's Causeway. Good morning everyone. You may notice my eyes look like piss holes in the snow. It is currently 4 AM and we are on the way down to Giant's Causeway. Now this was designated the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986, and essentially what this is a load of basalt columns. But when I say a load, I think there's around 40,000 of them. Now, if nobody knows where the Giant's Causeway is, it is right up on the north coast of Northern Ireland. The sea is right there. I'm not on my own, Jess is coming, but she is way in the back, up there. She's struggling to find her hat this morning, so I've walked on ahead. We're hoping to come for sunrise. I think it's cloud, but I think this is one of the, as someone who enjoys photography, I think this is one of the downsides to sort of the road tripping side of it, because you're here when you're here, so you have to take the conditions that you've got at the time, but then a photo is better than no photo. So yeah, we've parked in the National Trust car park at the top. It says car park closed, there's barriers across most of it, but then there's like the exit that they leave open. So we've driven in the exit, done the van there. I can't see anyone from the National Trust been here before 6 AM, which is probably the time when we'll be done by. So let's head down and I'll meet you guys once we actually get onto the Giant's Causeway. Giant's Causeway, finally
got here. This was the last place really, other than the national park, on the way back down to visit. It is the weirdest landscape. It's just weird the way it's made up. I'll show you this. It is just literally lots of hexagonal rocks all over.
This is just behind the scenes.
Jess hasn't used to been up this early. Jess hasn't got any makeup on and Jess doesn't want to be on camera. It's the crux of it. What's up, brother?
Alex trying to put a tripod up on
Everything moves.
hexagonal rock.
You're trying to, well, it's also slippy. Aha. Found it. Solid as a rock. Just after 6 a.m. so, and there is a few people down here, so even though we were probably down here for 4:30, we still didn't have the place to ourselves. So if you all want to come and get photos, earlier the better. We missed sunrise this morning, but there wasn't much of one anyway, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Jess is just now figuring out how to get over onto those rocks to get a specific photo. So we decided to jump off the motorway. We are now south of Dublin in the Wicklow Mountains. Now this is the largest in size, largest in size, I think, national park, and it's got the biggest mountains in Ireland, and it's just south of Dublin, so perfect. If you come off the ferry, head north from Rosslare, you're about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you're in the Wicklow Mountains. And to be honest, we should have started here. They're stunning. It is huge what's here. So yeah, the plan is we've done what, 4 hours of driving this morning, and we've still got another, I think, 2 hours left to go. We found a perfect little B&B that does camper vans, literally just outside Rosslare. So I'm gonna push on, and I think this is going to conclude our island series. Oh! Thank you everyone for stuck with us through this stupidity, because there's been some. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any ideas on where you'd like us to go next, we have nothing sort of big trip wise in the pipeline. We're limited on holiday, but if you've got any sort of small stuff, like you want to see Wales, Dartmoor, what else is there? Exmoor, Cornwall. If you've got any places you want us to check out or do anything with, then drop that down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.